Hello viewers, welcome to the fourth part of this tutorial. In part 1, part 2 and part 3 I show you how you model this from the scratch, from the grids, the placement of column, from analysis, and how we exported it to Protest, and we inserted our base plate. Just like to insert the base plate, we cut the concrete so that it can sit properly, and we apply our welding. So if you have not watched the part 1, part 2 and part 3, just check my videos and make sure you watch, so that we will be going along, flow along. Okay, so in this video, this part 4, what we are going to do is, you see we have so many columns, and instead of doing this one after another, creating the base plate here and cutting, putting on color, putting the bolts, it will take a whole lot of time. So what we can do is we can copy this and replicate them on every place that has column. In my next subsequent video, I will also show you how you can customize a user-defined macro so that you can save it in the project and be using it wherever you have similar conditions to use. So, but in this video, I will just replicate it on all. Okay. So, and if this is the first time you're coming across this channel, please kindly show us some love by subscribing. As you can see, it's a new channel and subscription is very important to us. Thank you. Okay, so I can now quickly delete this. This was the one I inserted in the last video. I can delete it. Okay, then I can now copy this. Copy with the macro. It's not a problem. Then right click, say copy special linear. Okay, so now you see this arrow. See this arrow here is green is your y direction and red is your x direction, and we are going in the green direction. This way is your x and this way is your y, but we are going in the opposite direction of the green in the y, so we indicate it by minus. And then the distance between one column to another is 5,000. I have done this in the grids. Okay, then the number of copies, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we can just type here 8. Okay, so let's make zoom closer so that you see how it's copied. Okay, then you can copy. Okay, this, yes, copy one statistics profile. These are the profile that are copied. Yes, so you can just close it, and you can see you have them even with the macro. Just copied, you have them like this. Okay, so now we also copy this. We also copy this and replicate it this in the x direction. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and the distance between each is 10 meters. Remember, from this span, from here to here is 10 meters, from here to here is 10 meters. So from this span is 20 meters, and this span is 20 meters, and it's combined. Okay, so right click, say copy special linear. Okay, so now we are going in the direction of x. So we are going, so you make every other place 0 and only in the direction that you're going. So we have 10,000 as this distance between this and this. Okay, and the number of copies we have So we have 4 copies. Have 4. Okay, can copy. Okay, you can see it has been copied successfully like this now to the end. So now you come here, this middle column, it also goes to the end. So we use this middle column, then we take it to the end. Okay, to copy this. Okay, this is going in the y direction. Copy special linear is going in the y direction. So here you put 0, and the y now here is 5 meters. So have 5 meters, and it's going the negative, it's going in the opposite direction. So indicate it with a minus sign. Okay, and the number of copies, we still have 8. Okay, so we can copy. Okay, so you can see this has been copied to the end. Okay, then you select this one too. Select this, do the same. Select this, do the same, right click, copy special linear. Okay, linear. So here we are going in the negative y direction still. 8 copies. Okay, then you copy. Okay, you can close this. Okay, you can see that's all been copied. So the only place we have remaining is the other side here. So we don't have here. So we can copy this. Okay, so instead of copying special linear, so now we will use another method, select distance. So you can either use normal copy, or you can use select distance. Okay, in this case, when you're selecting distance, it doesn't matter. It's the distance that you select that matters now. So I'm going to select from here. Okay, so here, make sure it's the same place you select, the same place you put. Okay, then you copy. Okay, so this has been copied. Okay, you can still do the same. You can the difference between this method is that this one I can copy it to any other distance. Okay, I can copy special linear. Okay, so let's just reset. Okay, and select distance, selecting from here. Let's take it to the, so I have here, I'll take it to here. Okay, then you copy. Okay, so now we have successfully inserted all our column bases, that is the base plates and the anchor rods. So the next thing we do now is to do our connections. Okay, and before we use the intellect command, I just want to show you how you can do the connections yourself. Okay, so I'm going to have a column here, and this column to beam or beam to column connection. You can see this is beam to beam. When you have two beams joining each other, this and this is beam to beam connection. This beam connection. Okay, then you have bracing connection, you have splice, you have poline, base plate connections, truss, okay. So basically, if you want to do a connection here that you want to do manually, is beam to column connection. You go to beam to column connection, and then you see different types that are related to column and beam. So when you have your cursor around any type of connection, it will describe to you how you use it. There's one good thing with the proto structure. So you need, even when you forget, you can always have around it, and then you remember how to use it. So let's say I want to use haunch here. I can pick haunch. Okay, select the main part first, that is the column, and select the beam. You can see it has entered, it has been inserted just like this. And sometimes if you want to modify this, either you double right click and do all the settings before you insert it. You arrange the box based on how you want, okay, before you insert it. So since we already insert, and let's say I want to add some things on this, I can just come to this macro, target this macro. Okay, let's turn it this way. Target this macro, double click on it. Okay, when it opens, this is how you can adjust all your settings and do all your settings. What I want to set here is I want to add a second stiffener. Okay, you can see we have only two, so we have at A and at C. So I want to add a middle stiffener at B. You can apply. Okay, so this is how you can add your stiffener. And then if you now want to apply the haunch over this side, pick this column, pick the beam, and it will be inserted just like this. So this is how basically you insert your this thing. So now we go into IntelliConnect. I'm showing you all this because sometimes the IntelliConnect may fail to do the connection automatically, and then you have to do it manually. So in that case, you have to make use of know all these components yourself and know how to insert it. So now for our IntelliConnect, let's first do our polylines. We select a roof. Now this structure is big, so you select everything. It may be heavy. That's why I want to only target the roof first and select. When it's selected, just right click and say IntelliConnect and create online connections. So you have different types, anyone you want, you can select. But if we go with auto, that is the software will determine which type to use. So I can say yes. Okay, you give it time to calculate. It's calculating the joints and it's assigning appropriate connection. Okay. Okay, if you like what we are doing on this channel, kindly show us some love. As I earlier said, subscribe to this channel. It's free. It is very useful to us. It's very important to us because it's a new channel. Okay, so now all the polygons they have done. You can close them. If you want, you can zoom closer to see. So these are the polygons that are connected. Okay, so now you can still do the same. Let's finish the one. Let's do braces. IntelliConnect, go to brace connection, bracing connections. You know, we have the horizontal braces, then the vertical braces. So we are doing the horizontal bracings. So you can specify your gusset plates. We say 8. Okay. Is the gusset plate thickness 8 millimeter. Okay. Okay, just give it time. The structure is massive, has a lot of steel elements. So it will the software we analyze, we check every node, every joint, and determine the kind of connection to insert, determine the appropriate connection that is suitable. Okay. Okay, your bracing, your vertical bracing done. Okay, so now, okay, let me still do sag rods. Do sag rod connection, interconnect sag rods, create sag rods. Okay, so this project is a live project. It's a work that is pending to be executed, so I have to do everything that's supposed to be done. At the end of the work, we also have to do the quantities, estimate the quantities, and then do the costing for this structure. So we have to take note of everything. Okay. Okay, some connected, some will not connect. Okay, so we close. Okay, then see the connection. Okay, so now the next thing we do is, you can see this profile now is we double click on this profile, is an angle, it's a pipe. If you want to change this to a hollow section, that is to a solid circular section, like a rod, then the only thing you can do, you can here match properties and select them. I'm sure you have to match properties now too. Select them, all the materials you want to change them. Okay, select them, then you go to edit, then you match elements. Okay, so now you select the element you want to match them with this property, with this. Okay, so this is how you basically match your properties. Okay, but we have already matched this when it's already done the connection. That is why it's shorting. It's short by the side. Okay, so before you match the property, before you do the connection, you match the property before you do the connection. All right, so let me just undo it. Go to default. Okay, let me go to default. I'll just show you how to match properties. Okay, so now I can select the whole building again. Okay, so when it's selected like this, you can now do other connections, interconnect. You are now assigned the column, now assign column beam connections. Okay, create column beam connections. So you select all, when the software, when the software will analyze where it's appropriate to use this. If this cannot work, you can use this. If this cannot work, you can use this. So you can go to next, select all. Okay, you can go to next. Okay, this one is wall. We don't have wall, so we may leave this. Okay, this beam to wall connection. We don't have a wall, so we'll skim this one out. Then you say run. Okay, so it's connecting nodes. So we give it time. Okay, so some areas that calculating single board block shear resistance error. Okay, you can just ignore, undo it. There is area that it cannot insert. Then all those areas you have to do your connections yourself manually. Okay, close. Okay, all these ones are the areas that are refusing, so you skip them. So let it do the one that it can do, then you take care of the other others. Okay, and another thing is, when you're detailing, you have to get the ones that you need and detail. Except for the connection report. Even the connection report, you get the ones that pass the connection report, and you do your you get the ones that pass the design to do your connection report. Okay, so this is how we skip. Okay, so these are done. So you close this. Okay, any other connection that we need to be done, so you can see it has done these connections. Okay, let's see which one it refused to do. Okay, this. Okay, this one has not been done, so you can see all those other ones that it was showing error that we're clicking. Okay, these are the ones that it was jumping. Okay, so now this beam to beam connection. Okay, let's do beam to beam connection. Okay, let's see. Let's give it time. Okay, IntelliConnect beam to beam connection. Good. Good flow beam connection. Okay, now let's do this first one. Okay, IntelliConnect. Is a column beam, great flow beam. We have flow beams, truss. Okay, so you can just put these flow beams. If there's any area that this can be useful, let's see. This is okay. Okay, let's just run and see if there's anyone. There is no one. Okay, so you can see there is in the IntelliConnect we cannot find the connection that can join this beam to beam, so we'll do it manually. I'll show you one or two manually, then I'll pause and do the rest, then proceed. Okay, so you go to beam to beam connection. Here we have apex hunch. Can they use apex hunch? Okay, you select this, See, it has inserted like that. Use this apex hunch has been inserted. Okay, so this has refused, so we can use another type. Use fitting. Use this, select this. Okay, see, this has inserted. Okay, let's try apex hunch here. So okay, it's now you use this and this. Okay, use this and this. Okay, this and this. Okay, this and this. So where apex hunch could not work, you use the other one. Use this fitting connection. Okay, so this is how you do. And then another thing I want to show you is, okay, for this type of connection, you may have, we have column, beam, two beams, column, we have polines all joining together. So you may want to create a detailed drawing around this region so that anyone fabricating will look at the detail and will know the kind of the component that are joined or contained on that joint. So when you have complex joint, or when you want to show more details of a connection or of a particular place, then we use we use a tool. Let's go to stay. We use this detailing item manager. So let's use it so we'll demonstrate. Okay, so now I want to detail this area. I can just select it. Okay, select this joint. This is a joint I want to show detailing. So I can select detailing manager. Okay, so when you come here, you give it a name. So let's say I start with my detailing A. Is detailing A. I can give detailing A. Okay, so now you add. Okay, so you have added the name. Now then you select objects. Okay, you can put it on one side. So now select object that you want them to be captured, included with this detailing that was selected. So I want the column, I want this beam, I want this beam, I want this to also show, I want this to show, and I want this to show. So when you're done selecting all the components you want them to be captured in this, then you just right click and the box will be inserted like this. So this box now, when you go to your detailing, you can detail this joint, and then this is how you do it for every other joint that you feel is complicated or you feel to throw more light. Okay, you say if you want to have this joint, want to throw more light on this joint. Okay, so that the fabricator will know what exactly is happening. The essence of a good detailing is to detail such that those on site will find it easy to comprehend. So like this joint, you can also copy this. Let me just close this one first. You can copy this joint. Okay, do detailing. Okay, just put it one side. Now you can type this detailing B. Detailing B. Okay, so you add it first, then you select the parts you want them to be captured in that detailing. I want this, 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 I want this. So all these parts have been captured, so you can right click. Okay, so now as you right click now, you see it has been inserted. So you now have a chance to show, do I want to see the back of it? You want to see the back of it, you want to see the right, okay, you want to see the bottom. So it will show you all this left, top, front, back, right, bottom. And then if you want to have another view, there's another like 3D, you can just click on this addition. Then it will also include a 3D of this connection joint for you. So basically this is what you do. So let's when you're done with this, just close this. Okay, Okay, so when you can, let's now close this. Let's now close this box. So basically this is how you do, and you check all the places that you have similar, you have joints, or you want to show more detail. Okay, like these connections. Okay, so this is how you do it. Then another thing you do now is to get your detailed drawing, but I don't want this video to get too long, so I will terminate it here and have a part 5 that will do all the detailed drawings for this project. Thank you for watching, and make sure you watch the next part, which will come shortly. Okay, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you like what we are doing, to encourage us. Thank you.